Shall we hum the intro?
Okay, you do the...
I'll do the lead and you do the...
I'll do the drums.
Okay. So in today's episode, we are going to talk about how to get over embarrassing moments. Now,
You go ahead.
so you and I have known each other for, I think, 5 years now, and we've been performing since the
Yeah.
very beginning of our friendship.
Yes.
I think the most embarrassing moment of my life was when we were performing at a private event for the US Army in Kuwait.
Yeah.
Members of the US Army, not the whole US Army. You know, the Star-Spangled Banner is one of my favorite songs. Even though I'm not American, but I love the Star-Spangled Banner, and I used to sing it all the time when I was a kid because I feel like that is the one song. Like, if you can nail that song, then you're a great vocalist in my book. I was asked to sing the song at a specific event. Now, before this event, I actually performed it many times in the past.
Not with me.
With you, but with
Not like this.
with Lester. Yeah, not like this, but we performed it with our friend Lester, who's a keyboardist. And every time we performed it together, like, he knew the anthem, he knew my key, everything was good. We usually perform the songs, no problem. For this specific event, it was a Thanksgiving event, and Lester was not available. So it was me and Adil. I asked him to play guitar for me while I performed the Star-Spangled Banner. So we were gonna do an acoustic version of it. We rehearsed it the day before. It's time to perform, and I'm on stage. You know, they say, honoring America with the Star-Spangled Banner, Omar Afuni. And I go on stage, and everybody's up on their feet with their hands on their hearts. We start performing.
So you need to kind of explain the mechanics of what went wrong. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I will.
Yeah.
So I get up and he gives me the first chord. So I go, oh, say, can you see? But it wasn't like this. It was a lot lower. It was not my key. So I look at him and he doesn't have the capo on. So I'm like, Adil, capo. And he's like, oh.
What is a capo? You may be asking. A capo is something you put on a guitar. Can you pass me the guitar just to get an idea? Something you put on the guitar here to squeeze down a whole line of frets. So you can play like chords in whatever key and it makes it easier. So if I want to play in this key, I put a capo here and then I can play in A minor, a G, whatever. We had a key for the song.
Yes.
Without the capo, it's a different key.
It was a lot lower than my key.
That's right.
And I started singing and I said, oh, say, can you see? And the problem is not that note, but because I knew that I was actually gonna go even lower. But I don't know, usually I just replace the note with another one, but for whatever reason, I looked at you and I was like, Adil capo. And then he literally went, oh! And he took a few seconds to put the capo on, and everybody was standing up in the ballroom with their hands on their hearts, and you could literally hear a pin drop in the room. I was so embarrassed. I started sweating. I started getting the flop sweat. By the time he fixed the capo, we started again, but I was so nervous, and even he got nervous, I think.
Oh yeah.
And he messed up a few chords as well, mid-song, and I feel like it was the worst performance of my life. And as soon as we were done, everybody there was just like...
Slow claps. You know you screwed up when there's slow claps.
And the problem with that was that I had to go back on stage and perform a 90-minute set. I kind of broke down and I went outside. The funniest thing was that I told you, how bad was it? And you were like, no, it's not so bad. I'm like, Adil, come on, how bad was it? And you were like, it was really bad.
Not at the time.
No, you told me it was really bad.
At the time, I was trying to stop you from having a meltdown. I'm like, no, it's okay, it happens. Later on, when we spoke about it, it was pretty bad.
It was so bad. It was so bad. So the way I overcame this embarrassment was I have not performed the Star-Spangled Banner since.
So what is the message?
So the message here is that even if you're embarrassed, I actually went back and I performed my full 90-minute set and people loved it. So I think I redeemed myself that night. So I kind of faced my fears, but I really didn't want to, but I had to because it was a job and I had to suck it up and pull myself together and just go perform. It worked out really well. There's actually a video on my Instagram from that night, but not of the Star-Spangled Banner performance.
So, there's a couple of addendums to this story. First of all, the Star-Spangled Banner is not meant for the average singer. It's a quirk of American culture, that their national anthem is like a virtuosic song because there is no key for a voice in which you're comfortable singing all of it. You struggle somewhere. So everybody's singing along at Super Bowls, whatever, they're not hitting the right notes. It's impossible. And it's also a source of great joy watching people mess it up. And there's countless examples on YouTube. So the point is, it's a very difficult song. And if you screw up, it's hard to recover from it. So after we finished that song and we had our slow clap of reassurance, we got back. Omar was just having a meltdown. He's like, oh my God, I've never been in such a bad show. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to calm down. Like, it's cool, bro. Just take it easy. You know, I'm sure they've heard worse. It's the American anthem. Anyway, after a while, he went back up and he was playing stuff that you're very comfortable with.
Yes.
That's not the national anthem. And that was great. People were dancing and clapping and stomping their feet. And
No, but the thing is, I usually nail the national anthem. Like, I'm so good at it.
you didn't have me before.
No, but really, like, I love that song. And I've been preparing for it since I was a kid. But it was just...
You're lucky we weren't playing the Super Bowl, huh?
Oh my God. I think had that happened to me at the Super Bowl, I would have been, dead by now. I probably would have had a heart attack right there and then.
Again, you have to remember that it's a very difficult song.
It is.
And it's half between people. It's a very delicate balance. You either do great at it or you destroy it. And the majority of people destroy it. So you can look on YouTube. There are lots of videos of people just butchering it.
Yeah.
And that's part of the joy. So if you're going to butcher it right. Misplace your capo. That's what I thought before we started the song. And I knew this was going to yield a great story in the future for when we did a podcast together.
So the moral of the story is...
Foresight.
Also, if something embarrassing happens to you, just give it some time. And if there's a way to rectify it, just do it. We all make mistakes. We're human. I'm sure there will be more embarrassing things that are going to happen to me. But up to this point in my life, I feel that was the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me.
Well, look, it being embarrassing is your interpretation of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the people there forgot about it.
Oh, probably.
Very quickly. It's not like a bookmark in their lives. It's not been transferred into the global consciousness. Everybody remembers, everybody knows what I did on that night.
Exactly. So if something embarrassing happens to you, then it's probably a lot more dramatic in your own head than it really is. So just
And it's temporary.
It's temporary, yeah. Eventually, everyone will forget, and eventually somebody else is going to make an even bigger mistake or
Of course.
Or, do something that's a lot more embarrassing, and you'll be forgotten. You'll be yesterday's news.
I don't even think this is the worst rendition, despite of what it was, that's ever happened. I'm sure there are much worse. I've heard much worse.
Yeah.
So I think your moral should be not that you will quit doing it.
I think I have to face my fear and do it again. Shall we do it now?
No, of course not. I don't have a capo.
Come on, let's do it.
I don't know.
You don't have a capo? Oh,
I don't have the notes. I don't have a capo. You can sing it. I'll clap. You want me to sing the harmony?
You know the harmony?
No.
Then why are you offering?
I'll improvise.
No, it's not going to be good without the guitar.
Jose, can you
Jose?
see? It's not Jose?
No. Oh, say.
All this time I've been saying Jose.
It's not Jose. Are you serious? You're not serious.
It's Jose, man. He's the guy who wrote it. Jose.
What is your most embarrassing story? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You will see us again next week, same time, same place. Just the two of us.
Took a while, but you learned. I like that.
Yes.